Good afternoon guys, boa tarde a todos. We are back on board, we're doing these jobs as I mentioned in the last video. We've got a couple of things to do today. One of them is to change the fender covers. These fender covers that you can see here, I've been on about 4 seasons now. They are completely faded. They're all starting to fray and rip. A couple of them are ripped, so they need to come off. And we'll be replacing them with these brand spanking shiny new ones, as you can see. There. Absolutely just what you needed. Now then, a couple of things about these fender taps. You buy them. I buy them from a company called M2M Fenders. I'll put a link in the description to that company. Absolutely great. They do a great service, keep you updated, let you know. The fenders I use on board Andreza are polyform fenders. I use the HTM3, the larger ones, and the HTM2s for the smaller ones. And these covers are made to fit those particular fenders, but you can get them from M2M to fit just about any fender you want, and they will monogram them for next to no money. Absolutely great service. Lady there called Samantha, who deals with all the orders. She's absolutely fantastic at communicating with you and making sure that your order arrives and on time, and let you know if there's any kind of hiccup with supply or anything like that. Really good company, so I've no problem recommending. They're not sponsoring, just happy to recommend them. So you can see the difference between the two. Absolutely knackered. Now then, these particular types of fenders, the larger ones, the HTM3 ones, have a stitched top, so it's not actually meant to go over. It goes over from the bottom and it ties with a cord like this. The smaller fenders on these, the HTM3, HTM2s, put one up for you, are much smaller than that, and they have elasticated tops that you pull on and pull off. The difficulty with that is, in the sun, the elastic will rot. The UV will kill that elastic band in literally a season or half a season. It then goes slack, falls off your fender, and you lose your fender sock. So one of the things we're going to be doing is we'll be making an incision on the inside lip, removing the elasticated band that's in there and putting a cord in. And to do that, I've cut already some cords to go through there. We'll feed them through and we'll tie them on, and that will stop them slipping off the fenders. These things, you know, they are, I mean, I think for those it was about 140 quid monogram for 8 fender covers, and you don't want to be losing them into the marina or anywhere else for that matter. So worthwhile doing, especially if you're in warmer climates like this. In temperate climates in the UK, in Scandinavia, you'll be absolutely fine, but for these you need to actually take that elasticate out and put a cord in and tie it, and that will then hold your fender cover on and you won't lose them every 2 minutes, as I found out to my great expense. Okay guys, so we've got the old fender covers off, we've got the new fender covers ready to go on onto the big ones, and normally you would just want to slip this over the top of it. However, this stuff grips the fender really well and it's difficult to get on. You're always pulling and struggling. So rather than struggle, there's 2 ways to do it. You can either deflate the tender a little bit, but then you've got to mess around pumping it back up, or the easiest way, the cheat, is to get the fender wet. And if the fender's wet, this will slip right over the top of it. So first thing we do, chuck it in the drink. Now the fender's well and truly wet. It should slide on a damn sight easier than it otherwise would have done. Thing to do is remember which way you're going. So feed your line through first, through the top. And now the struggle or not begins. Whipping the fender over the top. Get it seated right. Now that's gone on quite easily. Trust me, if that was dry, you would not get that on quite so easily. It would struggle like hell. Make sure you're over the bottom of the fender with it. And the other type were a simple tie one, but this one's got a little toggle on it. This has kind of updated these recently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the toggle, but then I'm going to tie it as well, because I'm not going to trust the toggle to not rot in the sun. And if nothing else, the toggle works really, really well just to hold it for you while you tie the knot. And the thing to do then is to undo this knot at the end, which we've done. There we go. and a simple bow and a reef knot over the top. Double bow will stop that moving. All the spare line then gets tucked inside the sock itself. Make sure it's well up so it doesn't start dangling down into the water. And there we have a brand new monogrammed Fender sock. I'll get the rest of them done, guys. See you when we're done with this. Bye for now. So guys, there you have it. Brand new Fender socks on. That was harder work, much harder work than it needed to be, and it's 41 degrees today. Absolutely sweltering. Might have been a better idea to wait for a cooler day, but hey ho, what are you gonna do? We're there now, it's done. And with that, guys, I'll say thank you for watching. Lots more to come this week. Hope you like it. See you again soon. Bye for now.